But here's the
Dude,
other thing. I don't wanna boil it down to just honey. I think they could be CEO. I think a bee could be the CEO of Pfizer. I think a bee could be the CEO of ESPN.
we put the the COVID vaccine in the bee. The
In the
bee
bee.
the bee stings you, you're immune.
Exactly. Here's the thing, dude. It's life for life. I mean, like, for real, this isn't a joke. If a bee stung me and made me immune to COVID, I'd sting a bee right back. And I would die in that moment, but I would be thankful for
What
that.
would you sting it with? Would you like sharpen a fingernail or
No, no, no. I have a needle out of my butt.
Oh, okay. But
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I know you're a busy man, so this will not take too long. And I
Ethan,
got I gotta go to
I
an
would I would move I would move mountains for you.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. I would as well. Yeah.
Buddy boy.
It's been
Have
a
we started? Are we
no,
recording?
I mean we can.
No, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I've
I
been I
forget.
mean it's been recording this whole time, but I can cut stuff out and keep going. I don't even
No,
know what
dude.
I don't even
Never
know what
cut.
episode number this is.
Am I allowed to wait? Am I allowed to I forget. I'm allowed
Yeah,
to
yeah,
curse.
yeah,
You
yeah.
just don't.
And I mean, not really.
You don't because your grandma listens. I
Yeah,
remember that.
my grandma listens to it and I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
What was the bit that we did at the end of the last episode that were on together that lasted like way too long?
Oh, it was like who we could take in a fight. Like where you
What
were
if this
like
whole episode is us
it's
just
just
continuing that
it's
argument?
just a continuation of that from like half a year ago. Let me see what episode. So this is episode 72.
72? That's my favorite number.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah.
It's not my favorite number.
Oh, okay. I don't know. But
I
yeah.
lied.
All right,
I did
everybody,
lie
welcome
about
back. Welcome back to another episode of the Random Banter podcast. This is episode 72. We have Justin Borak back on the episode. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to get that over with.
it. You talked so fast.
Yeah,
Your grandma listens.
we've got Justin Borak back on this episode today.
Slower. Say it slower.
Welcome back to another episode of the Random Banter podcast.
Right.
This is episode 72.
Now
And
say it
I've
in
got I've
French.
got I've got just I can't. I only know I can count to three in French. Un, deux, trois, and then that's it.
Am I the worst guest you have on because all I do is just bits and I don't really let you say something?
No, no. No, you're really not. It's honestly kind of funny, but yeah, so I mean, Justin, you were a freaking hit on the last episode, so I was like, I gotta have you back, even if you're in freaking New York.
Dude, I don't,
Like,
yeah. Oh yeah, that's how I talk now. Did you hear?
yeah,
Change my
really?
dialect. I
Oh
know it doesn't
God.
sound like it right now, but whenever I say coffee now like that.
Oh, it's like that. I got
Yeah,
you.
dude, I auditioned for a musical and I
Oh,
got in. I
oh,
was doing a different role than I auditioned for, but I auditioned for a role that was like a New York mafia guy.
okay.
And the lady was like, do a stereotypical New York accent. So I was like walking around New York with my headphones on for like a week, being like, hey, you talking to me? And I'm 100% sure everyone who saw me was like, this dick, this tourist is just doing bits. And
You're
I'm
like
like,
taking pictures with your phone, like, dude, that's fantastic. Are you allowed to say what musical it is or no?
no, I'm not. It's
Ah,
it's only an
boo,
industry reading of it. Uh,
boo.
but also I quit.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
I
maybe
mean,
I can. It's a weird musical.
okay.
But but yeah, oh God, if she sees this, I'll be in trouble.
Oh, well,
I don't
probably
care.
not. Probably not.
Here's the thing.
Shout out to whoever that lady was.
Oh God, that's so fucking funny. Um, how are you? I know
I'm
you're the
good.
host, but people don't. I feel like people don't always ask the host questions right away. How are you, buddy? I miss you.
I'm doing good. I miss you too. I will say semester's starting out strong. I'm so freaking tired.
Oh, I
Uh
bet.
yeah, it's like it's the most work I've had in a college semester. It's my junior year. For those of
Yeah,
you people who don't know, I'm a junior in college.
he's a
Let's
junior.
let's go. I'm in
Let's freaking go. Junior in the
I don't
house.
think I've ever actually said what I'm majoring in. I am a BFA acting major.
Okay,
Majoring in acting. Finally switched over to that. Yes.
so
Um
exciting.
and
He's gonna be poor
this
forever.
it's gonna be great. Gonna be so excited for that.
It's gonna be great. Gonna be good.
Yeah. But I I mean, I guess biggest news of the semester so far is I got cast in Into the Woods
Wait, have you
here
not
at
talked about it on the
WVU.
podcast yet?
No, I haven't. That happened like it happened like a week ago.
I'm
Yeah.
here for the announcement.
Yeah, yeah.
Agony.
Yes, I got
Dude, you're gonna
cast as
kill it.
Rapunzel's Prince. I'm so excited. Anyone who wants to come on down the 25th through 27th of October, come see me talk about how I'm gonna cheat on my wife. See me climb a tower and fall and get my eyes pierced out with
Wait, where is that?
thorns.
Is that the Met?
Yeah, it's at the Metropolitan Theater in Morgantown, West Virginia. Come
Nice.
come on down. It's gonna
Heck
be
yeah.
freaking awesome. I'm so
Freaking,
excited.
freaking sick, dude.
Yeah, but yeah, that's been my life pretty much so far.
Good.
Just that, and yeah, that and this. I switched to, I don't know if you saw or not. I switched to bi-weekly now, and I'm doing video. So
I did see that.
simultaneously, like I added stuff, but I also kind of backed off a little bit because
That's cool.
yeah,
Video
yeah.
content, I like video podcasting is really hot if you can like
Oh,
find the right crowd for
it's
it.
really good. I took a master class from Colin and Samir.
Oh yeah.
I've been in the Spotify for podcasters thing, and it's like it was a free masterclass that I could do, and they talked about how video podcasting was super good. And I was like, well, I've been kind of on the ledge about doing that, so might as well actually do it for real now. And my first video episode was last week. My girlfriend Emma and I interviewed the author TJ Klune. It was awesome.
Oh yeah. I saw that. That's crazy. What a
Yeah,
pull.
it was awesome. He was so freaking cool.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, doing pretty good, doing pretty good. Obviously, like, I mean, my apartment has it well had fleas, so that was stressful. Just trying to
That's
get that out. The exterminator came not once, not two, count it three times.
3 times.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I could be swimming in Lysol right now, and I would have no idea.
no clue.
It might have shortened my lifespan by like a couple
There's
of
no
years.
fleas now.
But yeah, there's no fleas. Yeah.
That's the important thing.
Living to 83, tiny bugs on leg. I mean, come on, like like
Oh
pick your poison with that one. But yeah,
yeah.
yeah, so I guess that's a little update on my life. I haven't given that in a while, but Justin,
Really?
big freaking changes for you.
No way.
Moved
No,
to New York.
no, dude, nothing compared to you. Oh,
Okay.
what if this whole episode was me just asking you?
I have you on and you just talk to me
I
the
just
entire
ask you. I just, how's
that'd
it?
be
I just keep on going.
we find out nothing new about you. The only idea of like my audience of you is just what happened back in March.
At the end of the episode, I try to plug something and you end the episode.
Yeah. You're just like,
I'd
well,
say
I'm
like
in
one
the
project. I'm in a, and it's like,
yeah, we're
sorry guys,
done.
Justin's audio cut out there.
Yeah, I had to remove him from the call. But yeah, Justin,
And
what have you been what do you
remove it from the call. I had to get him. He was being a little unruly.
I had to get him out of here. But yeah, what have you been doing? What you been up to?
Oh man. Well,
I'm
I just made my Broadway debut in Cats, which I was super excited about.
oh,
Yeah, and I just got cast on the new season of SNL, which I'm really pumped about too.
what?
Yeah, and the biggest news of them all, I finally got hired. I'm a taxi driver here in New York for
Yeah.
cash
Wait for what?
for cash, Cash Cab. Do you remember Cash Cab?
Oh, yep, yeah.
Yeah, I'm that guy now. I'm
Oh
the
my
cash cab
God.
guy.
You're the
But I don't
cash
give
cab
anyone
guy.
money. I give them yen. I don't give them
Oh,
US dollars. I give them yen.
you give them Venezuelan pesos.
Yeah, I give
So
them peso. I give them Venezuelan pesos,
you
and I
give them
don't
like
drop them off near an exchange place.
yeah, you give them like 1 million Venezuelan pesos and don't let them know that that's like 50 cents.
Yeah,
Like here.
I say I'm going to give you 1 million if you answer this question right, and they get really excited, and
And
then
then
they
you
get out of the car, and then I throw pesos at.
and then you let them down. Yeah, you throw pesos at them.
Yeah, exactly.
There was actually like I played piano in my church once, and I was talking to my pastor about how funny I thought that the Venezuelan pesos was just like so unbelievably inflated that
Oh
it was
yeah.
like $10 is like 15 million. And I played piano one time, like I accompanied the church
Mhm.
session, and he paid me in Venezuelan pesos. So
That's kind of
so
awesome.
in my like little chest of money in my room, I have like a stack like this big. That's like $50.
You have a chest of money in your room?
Yeah,
No, you don't.
it's a chest. See, it's
Like
a whole
what middle schoolers have when they get an allowance. You have a chest. Whenever you want to go out on a date or something, you look into the chest and you see what your
yeah.
budget,
I sift through my
like your
wealth.
bank
Yeah.
in air quotes.
So if I like spontaneously die or something, I'm just gonna be like, find the treasure chest in my room. It's got my entire
Oh
net worth.
man. What is the weirdest thing you would put in your will? Is there something weird that you would like put people through to get something in your will or anything like that?
Oh, dude, I'm a freaking One Piece fan. Of course I would do that. Like,
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know what I would do. I'd probably do something like they have to venture to somewhere and there's like a marked car that they have to go into, or like an do you watch The Amazing
I
Race at
love The
all?
Amazing Race.
Something like that, where like they have to like do different chat. Like you have to weave a wicker basket to like get my grandfather clock or something like
The first
that.
one to weave. Oh, wait, that's fun. You take like your top 10 possessions and
Yeah,
you put a like challenge on each of them. So you
yeah,
don't like, offer it to anybody. You say anybody can have my
yeah.
money, anybody can have my Xbox, anyone can have my grandfather clock, but to do it, you have to do this.
Well, I remember I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about like really funny things that people have done on their deathbeds. And there was one lady who apparently raffled off her car to everyone at her funeral. And there was like an 18-year-old girl that won it or something like that. I was like, that's funny. I would do something like
It's
that.
kind of sick.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah.
awesome. I don't know. I want to do something like I want to do like one really mean thing before I die. Like
Yeah.
after I die, I want to like give everyone I love something really small and then give someone I hate something huge and then just
Just
not
to
explain it.
just to feed the flames a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Or like
Or
donate, give all my money to like Elon Musk at
I
the
want
end.
to I want to eat an entire oh that yeah that'd be that's
That'd be,
like that's
that would piss everybody off.
that's like throwing a cup of water in the ocean.
Yeah.
I I want to like eat an entire like bag of popcorn kernels and then cremate myself. So-
That and none of your family sees it. It's just
Yeah,
one doctor is so confused.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what's going on?
Just the mortician is like screaming.
Just freaking out. Oh wait, have I ever told you how I want to die?
No, what?
Oh, it's really good. The way
Man,
I want to die is awesome.
New York really hit you, didn't
No,
it?
I've had this idea for a long time.
Okay, okay, yeah,
You
what?
know, my life is content. Like
Mhm.
I love making my life content. And
Oh,
I love
I'll
messing with the fourth wall and all that.
remind me to talk about like life being content after
Okay.
this because I've
Okay,
got a story,
100%.
but keep
But
going.
everyone, Liz hates this. Everyone I tell hates this idea. But I think it's awesome.
Okay.
But I'm like the last year of my life that I'm still spry. So I want to say like hopefully like late 50s, early 60s.
Okay.
I want to hire two people on Craigslist. I
Okay.
want to hire one guy to kill me and one guy to edit a documentary together. And what I want to do is I want to get like a big area of the woods and
Okay.
put like 80 GoPros up. Put one on me, put one on the dude who's gonna kill me, and give me a like 2 hour head start and have a guy hunt me down. And he gets whatever he wants, and all I get is like a little like a what's it called? A freaking Swiss Army knife.
Okay.
Um, and then a week after that, I want to mark all the trees that I put all the GoPros on and have an editor come and get them and make a movie.
What on earth?
How sick would that?
So it'd be like basically like the like YouTube version of the most dangerous game.
Yes, but it'd be real. It'd
Okay.
be fully real and consensual and cool. And it would be like, I want to intersplice it with like testimonials of like me and like testimonials of the guy. And I want to write testimonials for him where he's like, I don't even want to do this.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I
You,
don't
you,
want to.
got- you got to make it like there's like a twist in the middle or something like that.
Yeah. Like, I want to write it all. And then at the end, I want people to be like, if he did all this, why didn't he just make it so he didn't die at the end? But then for it to be like, I want the last moments to be like me getting killed and be like, okay, we can stop right here. No, 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 no. That's
Just
what I want.
death.
Yeah, I want my last words to be no, 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 no. Like a
Just
really,
fade and then fade to black.
like a yeah, like a coward, like I want a cowardly death, even though I
Okay.
have to plan all of it.
And you're gonna die at like 60.
I like 58 to 62, somewhere around there. I
Okay.
feel like that's the last years you're like a spry guy. Because like I think I could be spry at like 70. Like I think there are a lot of 70-year-olds that are spry, but I think I won't be spry at 70. I like pizza a lot. So I
Yeah.
think I'll be spry. I mean, I'm not really spry now, but
Yeah.
I feel like I could still be spry at 58 to 62.
Yeah.
That's cool. So if anyone listening to this podcast is a really great video editor or a hired hitman, just let me
Yeah. Yeah. Friggin' go come on down in the comments. Like
comment
let's
down in the comments.
we've got
Let me know
like
if you're a hired
we've got
hitman or a really good video editor.
that's such a niche group of people. You've got hired hitmen and then like video editors.
I heard
meshing
that.
together.
Yeah, I heard that your demographics on this podcast are a lot of hired hitmen and video editors.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
It's your
tend to
grandma and then hired hitman and
yeah,
video
it's my
editor.
grandma and like Agent 47, 42. I don't know. Whatever
Yeah.
the guy from the Hitman games is.
Oh,
I don't
Agent 47.
Is it Agent 42? I don't
I think
remember.
it's Agent 47. I think you're right.
47? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's how I want to die.
I
I'm
like
trying,
it.
yeah, I think it's cool. I think it's fun. I don't want to like die from like any other way. I want to either
Yeah.
die like that or you know what I want to do? I want to get into a barrel and go over the Niagara Falls.
That'd be well, people have lived from that.
No, wait, really?
Yeah, there was a dude that went down like without a he was like trying to kill himself and he went over like without a barrel and he lived. Like
Really?
yeah, I don't remember. I don't here, let me fact check that real quick before I just say stuff.
Okay, well, you fact
Um
check that. I'll tell this. So when I went to Niagara Falls with my family on vacation, and I was a little kid, and I was too afraid to get into the fake barrel. There was like a fake barrel that like, looked like it was going over the falls. My whole family was getting into it to do like a picture, and I was too afraid, and I didn't do it.
yeah.
And I look back on that, and I'm like, "You're a coward. You're a coward and a fool, Justin. You're a coward and a foolish loser." So now I look back, and I'm like, the only way to go now is to prove to my family that I could go over the falls. And I can. I believe in myself. I could.
I think you could.
I think I
So
could.
so it's saying that like thousands of people have gone over the falls, but only 16 people have reportedly survived. So, I mean, the numbers are against you, but
It's
I
okay.
mean,
I'm going into it with the intention of dying. So
16's a lot. I mean, you'd have a chance.
what is
Like
that? 16 of like 1,000. So that's like 1.6%.
there was a guy who jet skied over the falls.
Did he
What?
live?
Hold on. Let me I don't
What's the
think
coolest thing you could do over the Niagara Falls?
let me cast this to the computer because holy crap. How do
Wait,
I
now I want to think of
here,
what's the coolest thing I could do. Oh
jet
my God, you're
skis
like going
over
hard.
Niagara? Dude, look at this. Look at
Oh my
this.
gosh. He immediately got off.
There's there
He didn't last very long on
there,
it.
I don't really think there's a well, it says final photo of him jet skiing over Niagara Falls. So
Oh,
I don't think there's a way that he lived. But that I mean,
oh my God.
like that goes that picture kind of goes hard. I'm
That
not gonna
picture's
lie.
sick. Like, here's the
That
thing. In my head, someone who jet skis over the falls, you'd try to stay on the jet ski,
yeah.
but maybe you can't because I saw in the
I
photo he like is coming off so fast.
Well, because I mean, there's less air resistance on the jet ski than there is on you, I think.
Yeah.
Physics, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it would make sense that it would fall faster.
Yeah.
I
Oh
imagine.
wait, I forgot to tell you that. I'm another thing about New York. I'm a physics major at NYU right now.
What?
Yeah.
That's cool. What made you want
Yeah.
to do that?
I was just hanging out one day and I met a guy at a coffee shop and he's like, "Hey, do you want to be a physics major at NYU?" And I was like, "Yeah." So
Yeah. Hey,
I'm
you know,
gonna see
that's
how many lies I can put into this
yeah.
podcast.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I like it. Just
I'm,
see how many things you can
things I
just see how
can
many
make up
things
about New York.
you can
So
slowly
then when
put in there.
I
And
say real things, it's fully no
well,
one knows.
the funny thing is that I am like the most gullible person on the entire planet. So like everything you say, I'll be like, oh, cool, no, that's fun,
Oh
and
wow,
I'll genuinely believe it until you say
physics. That's
something.
awesome, man.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
No idea. Yeah, oh, that's so funny.
So I was saying that like my entire life is content because
Oh yeah,
well, this happened like 3 or 4 days ago, so I haven't told this story yet on the show, and I was trying to figure out when I wanted to, and I'll do it now. Um,
nice.
I almost got scammed on Facebook Marketplace.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
What
So
happened?
so to give a quick little rundown of the story, this guy was selling a camera, and I was like, I could use another camera for the podcast. I only have one, and
Yeah.
so I could have like dual cameras. That could be awesome. And when I do like actually like in person episodes, and he was giving away, it was his daughter's camera, and it said giving away my deceased daughter's camera, and I was like, oh, that's sad. Like he lost his
But
daughter,
I'll take it.
but I'll take the camera. Uh, so already I'm like I'm a terrible person, but I keep like
He's
I mess.
offering it.
Yeah, yeah. I message him. I see he's like close to where I live. I'm like, sure. I message him. I'm like, hey, is this actually free? He was like, yeah, it was my deceased daughter's camera. I actually just moved to Wisconsin, but I can mail it to you, and all you'd have to do is pay for shipping. And I'm like, cool. How much is shipping? He's like $64, and I'm like, can you do lower than that? Because I was like, 64 is a lot. He was like, he lives in Wisconsin, which is like decently far away. So I was like, maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't check it. I don't know shipping numbers off the top of my head.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
And then he was like, well, I can do 3-day shipping. That's only 35. And I'm like, it's not bad. I can do that. He's like, cool. Can you Cash App me? And I'm like, I don't have Cash App, but I can get it set up. And he's like, cool. And I'm on Cash App. I'm about to send it. And it's like, I get a notification from Cash App. It's like, people have had issues in the past with this account, like with money from it. Now it's like, hold on, let's wait a second. So I scroll through his other Facebook Marketplace listings, and he's got selling my deceased daughter's camera and two other ones selling my deceased son's PS5, and then he's just selling a drill. So I'm like, either this guy's had a really, really like rough time
Rough
in life.
life.
He's either had a really rough life or like something's going down.
Oh
Um,
my God. Also, selling my deceased daughter's camera and selling my deceased son's PS5 are two
yeah,
very different
I
things.
know, I know. And I was like, well, because I was sitting in the main room of my apartment with my roommates, and my one roommate, Bryce, you've never met him, but he's an instigator. And he was like, no, keep this going, this is funny. And I was like, okay. So I messaged this guy back. I'm like, hey, could you send me a video of the camera working? Send me a picture. I just want to make sure that it works. Cause like, I mean,
Yeah.
that's not a bad offer. Like that's a
No, it's
pretty
not.
good
35 bucks is great for a good camera.
yeah. And well, I was like, could you just make, I just want to make sure that's working. And he's like, you think this is a scam? You think I'm scamming you? We have trust here, man. You got to honor our trust. He was like, here's a picture of my ID. He sent a picture of his ID to me. He was like, here's a picture of my ID, just so you can call the cops on me if you think it's a scam. If I actually scam you, you can call the cops on me. And I'm like, just send the video, man. I'm like, it's not.
That's like the most normal thing. I feel like whenever I've gotten something off Facebook Marketplace, the first thing I've asked for is, hey, can I get a
Yeah.
video of it? Because I'm nervous someone like took a photo of it at
Yeah.
the
Which
beginning and
like
now it's all beat
again,
up.
in retrospect, I should have taken it. I should have asked for a video at the beginning, instead of being like, yeah, sure. But I was like, I was blindsided. I was just
Yeah.
in but anyway,
You had a deceased
um,
daughter.
yeah, yeah. But I was like, could you just send a picture of it working? He was like, I can't do that. And I was like, why? And he was like, well, it's in my house and I'm out in the yard. And I was like,
So
I
far
was
away.
like, okay, buddy. But then he's like, I got to go to the hospital to pick up or to go check on my sick cousins. And I was like, okay.
Everyone's dying
I
around.
know. I'm like, this dude, like his family's dropping like flies. Like it's bad. But then I was like, okay, so what do you got to do before you go to the hospital? He's like, well, I got to go in and change, and then I'm gonna go to the hospital. I'm like, well, while you're inside, can you take a picture? I was like, can you take a picture of the camera? And he was like, fine. He sends a picture of the camera to me, and it is like completely different than the one he had on the Facebook Marketplace listing.
Oh
Like the
God.
one he had on the listing was like I'll edit this into the video if I remember, but like the one he had on the listing was a single shot camera, and the one he sent me was like an actual like video camera. Like it had a monitor and it had like a little screen on the top right of the camera, and the one he had on the listing did not. And I was like, okay, those aren't the same, but that's okay. I'll humor you. I was like, Cash App doesn't work. What would you like to do? And he was like, can you do Walmart to Walmart transfer? And I was like, what on God's green earth is Walmart to Walmart
Walmart to
transfer?
Walmart transfer.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, I'll quote unquote go to Walmart. So I was like, okay, I'm here where in reality I'm like just sitting on my couch. I'm here at Walmart. I just
So
did
you're
the
just messing with this guy at this point.
Oh, 100%. I'm like, I'm just gonna waste his time. I'm like, so I'm here at Walmart. I'm doing the transaction. He's like, okay, did you get a tracking number for it? I was like, yeah. He's like, what is it? And I told him it was like a big string of numbers. And he was like, do you have a picture of the receipt? And I was like, wait, you need a picture of the receipt? He was like, yeah, so I can make sure that it's real. And I was like, what do you think? I'm scamming you? I was like, I was like,
That's a
dude,
good callback.
yeah, I was like, we have trust here. And then he deleted the conversation. So it was done there. But
Oh, that's so good.
in my opinion, that was a very fitting end to
Yeah.
someone attempting to
That's
scam
a
me.
really good callback, Ethan.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty. It was like once he asked for the picture, I was like, I'm golden. Here we go.
Now, what would you do if I pulled out the camera right
I would
now?
have. It was you. You would.
It was me
You.
the whole
You
time.
were secretly Gary Schleitzman. I'll full name drop him on here. If anyone sees anyone named Gary Schleitzman on Facebook Marketplace, do not trust him.
Gary Schleichman's not a real name.
It really did not sound like it. He didn't look like a real person too. He kind of looked like if like Steve Aoki like failed at everything.
Roasting Gary.
That's the best way. I can roast him. He tried to scam me.
Yeah, you totally can.
Yeah, yeah.
His whole family's dead.
I know his entire family's dead. All he's got to do is scam college
Sell
students
cameras and
on, on Facebook
scam
Marketplace.
guys on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, yeah. All right, but yeah, that's enough of me yapping, Justin. What do you want to talk about? What you got going on? Like you
Oh
got
man,
like what have you been working on? I know you got a new job down there if you want to talk
I
about that.
do.
If you want
I
to talk about that, freaking talk about what you're up to, what you've been doing.
Yeah. Well, I got a job in I got a job at scientists looking into how to solve sorry, I was gonna make up a
Oh
I'll talk for
shoot.
real. I
What do
keep on going.
you
Even when the
scientists
podcast takes a turn, I refuse.
scientists looking how to solve
How to solve the big the bee problem.
the bee oh yeah, yeah. They're trying to put bees back into the world.
Well, we're trying to put bees back into seats of power in companies. Because there's just been a lot of there's a lot of men in power, a ton
Uh-huh.
of, which is messed up.
Yeah.
White men, and then there's a lot of like, and then there's a lot of like when you look at it, there's a lot of humans in power. Just in the grand scheme of it, when you
Uh-huh.
really boil it down, there's so many human CEOs. If you look at the top, this is a real stat. If you look at the top 100 CEOs, if you will look at the top 100 CEOs in the world, they're all human.
Dude, what?
Ask me this: how many are bees?
How many are bees?
None. Not even a
That's
conglomerate of
ridiculous.
bees are
I
one
mean,
CEO.
dude, you're trying to put honey in the pockets of working class Americans in the
I was
United States.
exactly. Yeah, but here's the
Dude,
other thing. I don't want to boil it down to just honey. I think they could be CEO of. I think a bee could be the CEO of Pfizer. I think a bee could be the CEO of ESPN.
we put the the COVID vaccine in the bee. The
In the
bee
bee.
the bee stings you, you're immune.
Exactly. Here's the thing, dude. It's life for life. I mean, like for real, this isn't a joke. If a bee stung me and made me immune to COVID, I'd sting a bee right back, and I would die in that moment. But I would be thankful for
What
that.
would you sting it with? Would you like sharpen a fingernail or
No, no, no. I have a needle out of my butt.
Oh, okay.
I've had
So
it for years.
is it like retractable like an umbrella or like
Oh, it's
no,
it's
it's
always it's
always
10
there.
it's 10 feet long.
It's 10 feet. It's bigger than your entire body.
Body, yeah. It's crazy you didn't see it during the show.
Yeah, no, I
I think
didn't.
I hit Molly with it a couple times when I turned
Yeah, I can't
before
believe
five.
like I can't believe you never mentioned that. Like
My faith
the
can cast me.
oh, okay, yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out, shout out the king. Um,
So I do gotta know bees. So are you looking for any like sponsorships or like partners with
well,
like
I
Big Honey or
well, we're working with Cheerios, which is a cool
okay.
place to start. Because the cereal, I don't know if you've heard of it, cereal is hot right now. Cereal is really hot right now. People are buying cereal every morning. And people
I
are
think
kind of like,
cereal's been hot for a while.
no, it just got hot.
It
It
just
just
got
got hot.
hot. It's a
For a
new
long time,
fad.
it's been oatmeal and eggs. But
Oh, okay.
over
So
since like 2023, people call 2023 the big boom of cereal. But
big
since
boom.
like 2023,
So what was like the catalyst? Was it like the was it like the introduction of like I don't even know like banana frosted flakes or
no, it
like
was so Steve Martin made a video on Instagram.
Steve Martin?
Yeah, he's playing the banjo and there's some cereal in the background, and people really bought that. People
Okay.
really bought into it after that
The new TikTok viral
trend.
cereal.
Oh,
Okay.
also, you know Booberry?
Yeah.
Well, the guy, the Boo from Booberry,
Mhm.
he was in Ford versus Ferrari. So
Oh,
that
no
also
way.
that happened, and people really bought into cereal after that.
Ford
Boo
versus
from
Ferrari.
Booberry, yeah,
Oh yeah,
dude.
I heard Count Chocula's playing he's Robert Downey Jr.'s understudy in the new Fantastic Four
McNeil on
movie.
Broadway.
Hmm?
In McNeil on Broadway, the new Robert Downey
Oh,
Jr. play.
yeah, yeah, that one. And also in the new Fantastic Four movie. Like he
Oh,
signed with Marvel. Like they're
oh, that's
casting.
awesome.
I
That's
really
cool too
hope
because they don't usually have understudies in movies, so that's pretty sick.
yeah, I really hope my roommates are listening into this and like
I
because like
They're excited.
the walls are
They're
not the
learning
walls
so
are
much.
dude,
They're
the
learning a
walls are
lot
not
about our
10 minutes.
industry.
Oh yeah, yeah.
cereal.
Yeah.
What's it called? Toucan Sam.
Yeah.
I this is fun. Actually, I don't know if Liz is around. Liz has been watching Succession, and
Oh, okay.
Sam has an amazing part in it. He plays this like really, really evil businessman who curb stomps a guy in like spoiler alert, curb stomps a guy in season one, episode six. And I was watching it and I was like, you know what? I could go for Fruit Loops right now. So
Oh,
point being, cereal is
big.
hot. Cereal
Okay.
is huge and hot, and we're trying to get bees into cereal
Okay.
in the boxes.
Genuine question.
Yeah,
Just thought of this right now, and I feel like we could bounce off what we were just talking about.
off the bees and cereal thing.
All the cereal mascots, Battle Royale, who's
Yeah.
coming out on top?
Do you
I-
remember when we were doing Thank You for Shopping, the cereal
yeah,
scene I
yes.
wrote? It made me think of.
That was great with
Yeah,
Captain Crunch, but yes.
yeah.
So
Here's the thing:
who's
Captain Crunch has a gun, I think,
does he?
right? Or he has a sword.
He at least has a ship.
He at least has I mean, that's huge. But
I
then
I
Snap, Crackle, Pop. There's three of them, so there's like more people.
but Tony the Tiger is not only a tiger, he's jacked and
He's super.
bipedal.
He's super athletic.
He's bipedal.
That is very true.
But
I'm
then
trying to think of other.
you got the Lucky Charms guy who's but he's like
He's
he
magical.
can
That's
use
huge.
magic. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Oh, you know who wins?
I'm curious
Fred.
if we're huh?
Fred from Fruit Loops. Fred from Yabba Dabba Doo.
Oh, Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fruity Pebbles. Or yeah, Fruity Pebbles. That's it. Fred from
Freaking
Fruity
Fred
Pebbles.
Flintstone. No,
Fred
dude.
Flintstone. I think Fred Flintstone would win because he's just a good guy.
He's just a wholesome dude.
He's
No,
just a
dude.
wholesome dude.
Dude, you know who wins? This is
Who
the
wins?
first one that I thought of whenever I just came up with this. The Raisin Bran sun. That like that
What's the sun?
it's
The sun.
it's the
The
sun.
sun.
Like you got Tony the Tiger like going against a freaking sun. Like I'm sorry,
Yeah,
he's gonna get like
he's gonna
eviscerated with
lose.
like if he comes within like at least like 15 million miles of the Raisin Bran sun, he's gonna get like cooked to perfection.
Okay,
Like
wait. Now I have to look up best cereal
well,
mascot.
because you've also got like, because again, like Snack, Crackle, and Pop. Jeez, I can't talk. Like, we've never had an outline of like their magical abilities. Like, sure, they're.
Yeah. I mean, we have the Tricks Rabbit. Ah, no,
Oh,
Tricks.
I feel like the Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs bird could
Oh
absolutely.
yeah, dude. Oh,
I
the
feel like,
cornflakes. Oh, I'm putting all my money into cornflakes rooster.
yeah, I could see that. Um,
Didn't give a shit. You did not at all see that. You
no,
just said I could see that. Just
just move on.
just to move on. Okay, well now
we're talking about freaking magical deities and a sun. You're just like, I can see the rooster
the
doing.
cornflakes rooster.
The
Well, now I'm gonna
rooster,
fight
keep in
for it.
mind, does not have arms.
He doesn't. He's just a
No,
rooster, but he wakes up first.
that's
And what do people always say? The early bird gets the worm.
that's true.
What the rooster? The
He's
early
got
bird.
that Sigma grind set. He's up at 2 a.m. cold showering.
Oh God, I miss you so much.
This is I know we gotta hang out sometime soon. I gotta come on down to New York.
Yeah, I'm really gonna try to come for Into the Woods. I'd love to see you in
You
it.
should. It would
Yeah,
be it's gonna be great.
yeah.
I yeah, I'm Rapunzel's prince. Jimmy is Cinderella's prince. We got the
Heck yeah.
whole tag team
That's
going on
freaking
down.
awesome. I'm
Yeah.
so pumped. Trying to think if I've done anything cool in New York that I can actually talk about. Not really. I see a lot of shows. I
Oh
get
yeah,
some
top.
shows for like
What are some
work.
shows? I know I see them on your Instagram all the time. Go follow Justin Borak.
Yeah, go follow me on Instagram.
What are some of the ones you've seen
I've seen a
recently on
bunch.
like
I got comped into Water for Elephants. I got to see that. It was awesome. I love the acrobats
nice?
of that. Pigpen Theater Company is great. I saw Hills of California, which is the new Jazz Butterworth play, which is great. It's like a play about these like four sisters and they're like kind of like old timey singing group, and then like where they go after their like mom is kind of on her deathbed,
Oh, that's cool.
um, which is really wonderful. I saw Job, the new play on Broadway, which is awesome. It's very messed up but super fun.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. I saw Once Upon a Mattress,
Mm.
the revival of Once Upon a Mattress the other day with Liz, and it was like maybe the funniest show I've seen in a long
What
time.
what's that one about? What's it about?
It's basically about it's the pee under the mattress story. So it's like
Oh.
It's like this Prince Dauntless or whatever is like if he gets married, he gets to take over the kingdom. But
Yeah.
his mom won't does is keeps on rejecting brides because she wants to be in power, but she keeps saying
Right.
no, they all suck. And the way she's doing it is by giving them trials that are just impossible to pass.
Right.
And basically no one can get married in the kingdom until he gets married. So this one knight gets a girl pregnant and they're like in love, but they can't get married. So he's like, I have to find a bride for the prince, or else like we'll be like, I can't marry the woman that I love who's about to be the mother of my child.
Yeah.
So he goes out and finds a swamp lady and says, this is the perfect queen.
Yes.
And it's played by Sutton Foster, and she is so funny. It's one of the most like, if you like physical comedy, I could
Mhm.
not recommend the show enough. It is so funny.
Okay.
She's amazing. I love Sutton Foster. I've seen her in I think like 4 or 5 Broadway shows. I'm obsessed with her. But it was great. Michael Urie was in it. Anna Gasteyer was in it.
Hmm.
Will Chase. It's Brooks Akishman or whatever. Like it
Uh,
was a killer cast. But it was so fun. It was just like, but the whole point is at the end, they put her through a trial, and the mom is like, I know the trial that she'll never get. I'm gonna have her sleep on her bed that's 20 mattresses high. I'm gonna
okay.
put a little pea underneath the 20th mattress. And if she doesn't sleep through it, if she feels that, then she is a royal because and she deserves to be a princess because she's able to feel she has the sensitivity of a princess.
Really
But
weird concept
it's
when you think about it.
so
Like,
weird.
yeah.
Wait, ooh, I have a question for you.
Okay.
If you were trying to get someone to fail a trial, what would the trial be? What's something that you're like, you can't get caught. You don't want people to think, oh, he made that, so it's impossible, but it has
Okay.
to be like impossible to pass. What would it be?
Convince a radical left and radical right political people to get along, to agree on a subject.
You're ready? Ready? I'll make it even better. You have 5 minutes to get them to kiss. Never happen.
Yes. five
That's it.
minutes. There's
You
a
have
there's
five
a
minutes to get
ticking
as
clock.
far left as far right is to kiss for 10 seconds. No
Yeah.
tongue.
No time.
No
No time.
I had
Oh,
one.
okay.
Mine, when I thought about this earlier, mine was to you have to blow a dandelion all of its seeds off in one blow. I think that's impossible. I've never done
Ooh.
that before. It's
You
there's always
have
a couple left.
to that could that could work. You have to like blow all the
Yeah.
dandelion like
Or
little
you have to
seeds
make a
off.
field you have to make a 25-yard field goal, but you don't get to use a football, you use a baby.
Oh, oh
One of
no.
the two. You have to pick. You have to blow a dandelion or you do the
Okay.
baby one.
I could see that.
And the trick is people who pick the baby one are royalty. The people
Oh,
who pick the dandelion one, they're not
they're
royals.
not. They're not. You have to, let's see. What's a good one that might get people to fit? You have to untangle an entire mass of cables on the first try.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah.
That's so hard to do.
You have to put a a USB stick in the port the right way the first time. If you do, you're a royal. If you're not, you're a commoner.
You're a commoner. You're, is it bad? I thought you were gonna say a cuck. I thought you were gonna say
You're
if you do, you're a
freaking.
royal. If you're not, you're a cuck. You're an absolute cuck.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to think. You could do the same thing with Capri Suns. Um,
If you put the straw on the
yeah,
hole.
if you put the straw in the right way. I mean,
This is a modern day like print. Is it Princess and the Pea? Is that the original?
I think that's like what it's based on.
Okay.
But it was very funny. Once Upon a Mattress was super freaking funny. I'm trying to think. Oh, dude. So I get comped into shows a lot to like make videos about them. Like people invite me to shows to see.
That's
You know what
cool.
show I got invited to see next week?
What?
There's a Fairly Odd Parents parody musical in New York right now.
What? That's
Yeah.
a thing?
Yeah. I'm
That's cool.
so excited.
That's
I
gonna be
am
dope.
I'm
You're gonna
pumped.
making a video about that? That's awesome.
Yeah, they asked me to make a video for them. So I'm bringing one of my friends from work and we're gonna go see it. But yeah, I'm super pumped. I think the show in New York that I want to see the most, other than that, is the D&D show. I still haven't seen it.
Oh, I genuinely really want to see that. Where
The
like
20-sided tavern.
you actually like get to choose like
Yeah.
what they do on stage.
You should come to New York. I think I can get us comps. So if you come to New
Dude,
York,
I'm
let me know you're
down.
coming like early and I'll try to get us some tickets.
Dude, I'm so down. I will genuinely do that at some point. Probably not till after the woods, but
That's very fair. But
yeah,
yeah, it
but
was
I would love to do that.
yeah. But I'm trying to think anything else I'm doing in New York. I got accepted into 2 writers groups. So currently I'm in the
Nice.
I'm a Ripple Effect writing fellow, which is basically like a year-long fellowship that I am working on a play. I'm working on a new play with them, and it gets an industry reading, an off-Broadway industry reading next summer.
Nice.
It's exciting. And then I'm a Dion dramatist, which is in an application only like writers group that we meet every week and just work on writing and support each other, which is cool. And then I just got cast in a play out in Brooklyn that I'm
Oh.
doing in about a month. We're doing a staged reading and hoping for a full production next in 2025. But
Ooh.
yeah, well,
That's
I don't know
pretty
if we're hoping for a
cool.
full. I would love to. I'm hoping for it, but it's okay. The concept of this play is crazy.
Okay. Yeah, promote it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's called Swives. It's with First Kiss Theater.
Okay.
I haven't read the full script yet. I've only read my scenes. I hope to God it becomes like a I hope I get to do more than just a week on it because just from like the scenes I've read, I'm like, oh, it's so sick. But
Yeah.
basically, it's like, have you ever heard of like the channeling trend with like Hogwarts and stuff?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so do you know like shifting to Hogwarts on TikTok? Do you ever hear about that?
Nope.
Okay, so there's this whole, I don't know if these are connected, but it feels like it's kind of like a ladder to this. But
Hmm.
there used to be this like trend, well, I think it's still a thing where people would like lucid dream and like put like candles together and like they could say that like at night they could shift to Hogwarts. They could like
Okay.
girls were saying like they could go to bed and like wake up or go to bed and like spend the night in Hogwarts and like be able to control themselves and do everything and have a life there.
What on earth?
I know it was called shifting. And then people who did that would start to like create romantic relationships with people there. So like people would shift to
Ah.
Hogwarts and like fall in love with like Fred Weasley and like have a relationship and
Ah.
every night they would go and be dating him. And then
No.
and then there's a small subset. I don't know if these are actually connected, but I like to think that they are. There's a small subset of like women that were titled swives, that were Snape wives, that like created this romantic relationship, I guess, with
Oh,
Snape.
come on.
And then
No.
they would channel Severus Snape through their actual real life partner. So their partner would like have to would like be Snape when they were being intimate and like being together and stuff. So
What?
I'm in a play called Swives, and it's about like five like girls who like I think they meet on like a woman who like meet on like a Reddit forum or something, but they're all swives, and I play one of the husbands of one of them.
So
And
you're gonna be Snape.
basically, there's like this long monologue I get. I play a character named Kevin, but there's just like I don't want to spoil it. It's so good. If
Hmm.
we're doing a reading in October, you should come. But if you're well, you'll
Okay.
back, so you won't. But people should come. But we're doing a reading of it in October with First Kiss Theater. I think it's out in Brooklyn. But we're doing this reading, and it's like there's this whole scene where like me and this other husband are like, dude, I have no idea what's going on and I don't know what to do. But like my character, like the only time I feel like my wife likes me is when I am Snape. So slowly I'm thinking that it's working. So like I'm also kind of like maybe I am Snape or like maybe it's good when I'm Snape. So it's this whole weird it's just like weird look into like intimacy and like relationships and like
Yeah, yeah.
be like standing too hard and like pop culture and how it can affect your life and stuff, but
Yeah.
it's so funny. I'm so excited. So that's
So it's
honestly like, yeah.
it's almost like that the oh my God, what's the play where the girl I'm doing a scene for it for scene study and I can't remember the name. It's the where the girls like treats the guy like an art project.
Oh,
Oh,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
dude, I'm actually doing a scene for it and I can't remember it. Shape of Things. No,
Is
never
that Shape
mind.
of Things? I don't think
I
it's
don't
Shape of Things. Is
I
it
don't
Neil
remember.
Butte?
Hmm?
Is it Neil Butte?
Yeah, I think so.
Ugh, gross.
Yeah.
I'm
Anyway,
kidding.
but yeah,
I love
that is a
Brilliant.
crazy
Wild concept.
fact that it's like kind of like rooted in truth almost. Like
Yeah.
it's just oh, that's weird. I
I'm
feel bad.
excited. We're doing like a week-long rehearsal workshop and then we do a reading of it on a
That
Saturday.
that sounds funny though. I feel like that could be very, very, very funny.
Yeah, I'm really excited. And then I'm looking at producing this play. I don't know what'll happen with it. Hopefully by the
Hmm.
time this episode comes out, it'll be a thing. But
Yeah.
I got sent a script by somebody who listens to Play to Z, and
Oh, cool.
they're doing a production of the play, and I think I might invest in it. So I'm looking at like kind
Cool.
of putting my stuff into all these different pots. Like I'm really
Yeah.
enjoying writing. I knock on wood. I think a play is gonna get published soon, hopefully. But
Oh.
can't talk anymore about it. But we're very excited.
Is it that play that I called you about that one time you talked about
It
with
might.
Amazon?
No, 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 no. That's not the
Ah.
project. But it is something that you were involved in towards the end of my school year.
Oh, does
We'll
it
talk more.
involve okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Never
yeah.
mind.
But
We'll
but
figure
yeah,
we'll
it's
see.
still in process, but it's looking we're excited
More
about.
to come. Well, if that does get published, I will purchase because
I
that
will happily send you.
yeah,
But
yeah.
but
Um
yeah, so yeah, there's a bunch of but I've been really excited about like putting my hands in a bunch of different like theatrical
yeah,
pots and like kind of
yeah,
figuring out what I want to do. There's
yeah,
like Tony Award. I work in licensing and publishing now, like theatrically, which is
yeah.
awesome. But there's a bunch of people I work with that just like have Tony Awards or like that are like
That's
Tony
sick.
Award winning producers or like
Yeah,
writers. And it's just crazy. Like the job that I have is a job that like John Patrick Shanley had like 30 years ago.
that's
So like
sick.
yeah, it's very, very cool to kind of be at a company that like really celebrates playwrights.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm kind of taking New York, I'm taking into it pretty quick, which I'm excited about.
Nice. Yeah. Well, it's good to see that it's like, I mean, you've been acclimated to that. So
Yeah.
what about like, I know your plays, like they've been, performed a lot of different places. Are there any like different productions that are going up anywhere of like,
Yeah.
of your
Um,
stuff?
yeah, we have a bunch of stuff. So like I said, I'm running this play called Left in the Tank about a guy who has bulimia and he sees a fictional version of Mario Lopez from 1993 in the bathroom whenever he goes.
Nice.
I wrote that and that's getting produced in New York next summer for an industry
Cool.
with Ripple Effect, which I'm really excited about. I was pumped to book that. But that's there's that, and then I'm currently in the process of writing a Christmas Carol production, a Christmas Carol script for Oklahoma Shakespearean Festival and
Oh
Oklahoma,
yeah.
yeah, Southeastern University. So I'm excited to be commissioned and like working on that project. And
Yeah.
then I'm trying to think. Community Garden and Camera Chronicles have been produced. Like we sold the rights to it like 10 times in the past week. It was crazy.
Dang.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I'm going to. Oh, this is a fun little plug. I'm going to Texas Thespians, which is the
What?
biggest thespians festival in the world. It's like
That's
20.
cool.
It's like 20,000 kids. It's so or like 10,000. It's so many.
Holy, holy
I know.
crap.
It's huge.
Yeah.
But I'm doing some workshops and I'm doing some Broadway licensing stuff.
Mhm.
But the week I'm going to Grapevine is I think what it's called. But
Okay.
it's a 2 week thing, and the first week's in Gaylord, Texas,
Okay.
and Community Garden is getting put up there. So I'm pumped. I'm really
Oh,
sad because I'm like, oh man, if I was going to that one, and if I went week one instead of week two, I would be able to see a competition production of Community Garden and like see how.
that's cool.
But
Yeah, see
instead,
how people,
I'm going the next week. But I'll be able to meet all those students, which I'm really excited about. So that'll be
that's
fun.
cool. Yeah, that'll be sick.
Yeah, there's a lot. I just had someone DM me saying that they found my TikTok because their school is auditioning Community Garden next week,
Cool. Oh,
which
that's
seems
fun.
really cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm also doing advertising for a very big movie coming out in a couple months, which I'm excited
Oh,
about.
okay. That's
I was
cool.
sent a bunch of books to promote that are based on that are like this movie, which is
That's cool.
I'm very excited. I'm like looking right now at like 4 boxes, like
That's
a
sick.
ton of books that they sent me to like make
That's
videos.
cool.
So yeah, I'm
Man,
very excited.
I wonder what movie.
Yeah, who knows?
But that's cool. Yeah, that's really cool. So
I'm really excited.
so this is something I wanted to talk about, just kind of in general by following them on Instagram. So you're still with Liquid Death, right?
A little bit, not as much anymore, just because now
Okay.
I've come to New York and I'm more in like the playwriting sphere. But yeah,
What have they been smoking over there? Because it has been I've been their promotional stuff is probably my favorite promotional like content for any company that I've ever seen.
I just love their motto of like them just putting together the weirdest like them just like trying to make like canned water cool is just so dope.
Like you could win a jet from their company. You could like they're making like a coffin like cooler. Like
Yeah,
that's
I saw
awesome.
that. Yeah,
That's awesome.
I think they're just like they're a company that like the marketing team and the creative team are super in sync, which like you
Yeah.
don't see a lot at like
Yeah.
companies, especially like random like a water company. You don't see that. You see like a company be like, oh yeah, let's have a funny Twitter. Like, you know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
see, like that's usually the furthest a marketing team will go.
Yeah, like Wendy's
Like
or
going
Burger
outside the
King.
scope. Yeah, like that's about as far
Well,
as they'll
not
go.
not
But
Burger
like
King.
one of them.
Yeah.
But like that's the thing is like you don't really see companies, I feel like, take marketing and creative and like Will Carsola, who's the creative director over there, who like is awesome. He's so cool. Like he they're so in sync that they just do the craziest stuff. They do like the Supreme model they make something insane and they make like a very small amount of them.
Yeah.
So it's less about actually selling anything and it's more about driving hype because they're not selling water. Like the marketing and creative team don't really sell water. Like they're selling the brand of Liquid Death more than
Liquid Death. Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like my company Broadway License, we sell plays. Like that's what we're
Yeah.
doing. But
Yeah.
like if our name was as big as if Broadway licensing had the same like feeling as like Liquid Death had, we wouldn't
Yeah.
have to sell Broadway license or we wouldn't have to sell plays. We would sell Broadway licensing and people would just buy plays. So like
Right.
Liquid Death is at the point where they're just selling the name. They could do whatever they want with it as long as it makes people go, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Because
the whole thing. It's the
I
whole point.
remember like all the way back in like I think it was either April or May or something like that. They did a partnership with it was like around when The Boys season 4 was coming up. They did a partnership with
Oh, it's a deep.
The Deep. And I sent that to you and I was like, what is going
It's
on?
so
Like
cool. I love that.
that
Deep
was
Thoughts with the Deep was so sick.
that was just so cool. I just like I was not expecting to see The Deep be like murder your thirst.
Yeah,
And
it
I
was
was like,
cool. I just think they do some of the craziest stuff. I love companies that do that. Companies that like take marketing to like makes you think like Cards Against Humanity. I don't know if you ever heard about the what did they do? They did like a you could buy a jar of mayo
what?
at they like sold jars of mayo at Target and inside the jars of mayo were cards that have never been printed before. So you'd have to go get this.
Oh no. Oh dear. Hello. I think we've hit some technical difficulties. We'll be right back.
Okay.
That's apparently the theme with like episodes that I do with
It just
you.
like
We just
stop
have like
towards the end.
just have just crazy technical difficulties through the whole thing.
Wait, you're
Oh
freezing
no.
again.
Wait, hold on. Are you there? Okay, okay, there we go. Is it me or is it you? What's
I have
going
no
on?
idea.
Because you're freezing for me. I don't know if I'm freezing or not.
You're freezing for me.
Oh man. I guess this is why I hate Zoom.
It sucks.
It
Well,
does. It
wait, then do
does.
you want to, while we still have it, okay, do you want to do an outro
Yeah. Let's just wrap it up. Let's just wrap it up real quick before everything
before everything falls
dies.
apart?
Everything dies. But yeah, well,
Okay.
thank you, Justin, for coming on this wonderful episode of the podcast. I think it was very, very fun. We got to do another one
I
sometime
know.
soon
Let's
too.
do another one soon. Thank you for having me. Thank you for letting me talk about the bees. It's meant a lot to me my whole life.
Oh,
So
good. Yeah, yeah. I'm
I'm
glad. I'm
excited
glad I could.
to give that a
I
platform.
could. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm glad I could provide a platform for that. But yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Well,
thank you.
Justin, you wanna plug anything real quick before we sign off the episode?
Yeah, I would plug the biggest thing that I would plug for
The
sure is
biggest,
the largest thing that I
biggest.
would plug is if you are and this is very specific, but I think it's important. If you're a person of power, if you're a person in a role that is casting, if you're a person in a role that is hiring, if you're doing stuff like that, and a bee walks through the door, don't just say no. Don't like
Let's
just
just say no.
automatic. Don't look at your person next to you and go, "Oh, it's a bee," and like throw the resume away. Don't do that. Like give them a shot, give them a chance because we are really ushering in an era where bees need to be taken not just more seriously but more thoroughly and
Okay.
be thought as creatures that also live on this earth with us and are really good at doing math, to be honest with you. Like if you ask, and it's not
Oh,
a stereotype or anything, but like that's a true thing. Like bees are really good at math. They're also really good at writing cursive, which like a lot of people don't know that. So
I didn't know. No,
yeah.
B
So
calligraphy.
also like read my plays and listen to Play to Z or whatever, but primarily the B stuff. Like look at follow me on Instagram
Yeah,
at Justin Borak. But like
yeah.
the B stuff for sure.
Okay,
Seriously, guys, if you see a bee come in, treat them with respect and kindness. Treat bees the way you want to be treated.
okay. I like
And if they
that. Yeah,
sting you, sting them right back.
yeah. Stink back.
Sting a bee. Hey,
Stink.
this is Justin
That that's
Borak
a, that,
saying,
that that's a takeaway from this. Go
I
go
want the
sting a
name of this
bee.
episode to be episode 72, Sting a Bee. No!
Sting a
No!
bee. Okay, I could do that.
No, where are
Wait,
you?
what?
Oh,
My
there
friend.
we are. Okay, we're good. We're
Did
good.
that for you're for. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're back. Okay,
We're back.
we
We're
got it.
back.
We got it. Thanks for coming to this episode of the Random Banter podcast. Thanks for coming to this episode of the Random Banter podcast. It's been
Sting a
episode
bee.
72. Everything's falling apart. Sting a bee. Sting a
Go
bee.
sting a bee.
Sting a bee.
Sting a freaking bee.
And then